Now we will talk about how they enter the kingdom. So we will talk about how they enter the kingdom, because this is the fourth parva out of 18 parvas. Yeah.
Can they sit on the couch?
No. We are talking about Mahabharata, and we are asking Pandavas to be humble, and how humble should we be? Those kind of powerful people are laying low, and we want to sit on the couch, we want to sit on a throne. That's not appropriate for us. Okay? They are walking, and they are lucky enough that on that particular day there is a court session going on. They are all assembled, all the ministers and Virat Raja himself. They are all assembled in the court hall. Now, so the way they sit is, king sits here and the subjects sit on these sides, here and here. They don't sit exactly opposite to the king. They sit on the sides. And if somebody is entering the court, everybody can see the person who's coming. And the king also has a direct view of it. Sitting right in front of the king is considered very disrespectful. So the arrangement of the sabha itself will be like, on the sides people will be sitting. If you watch any of the movies, you will see the same setting in any movie. Or even if you watch Kurukshetra, those episodes also will have a similar setting. Nothing will be there. Nothing will be obstructing the king's vision. He can see everything clearly. So from a distance, he sees somebody is coming, and he's mesmerized. He stops. Whatever they were discussing, they were talking. They stop, and Virat Raja immediately says, "Can you guys see who's coming? He looks so radiant, and I cannot take my eyes off of him. He looks like a great emperor, and why is he walking in this kind of clothes? I really don't understand what's going on." And then with that, everybody's attention goes on to Kankabhatta. And then Kankabhatta comes and introduces himself, and Virat Raja is more than happy to have him in his court, because letting someone with that kind of stature go away is going to be a stupidity on king's part. That is what Virat Raja thinks to himself. And then, yes, Dharmaraja is going to be a sannyasi. He is going to recount the stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, and advise to the king, tell him what is dharma, what is not, and for entertainment purposes, play with him, play dice or something like that with him. So it's going to be, kind of a scholar role. And sannyasis are very well respected at that point of time. They were very respected. Yeah, take that.
Isn't it kind of like an advisor because he's giving?
He is not exactly advisor, because he is not a minister. He is only, minister has to think about diplomacy as well. But this guy will only confine himself to what is dharma, what is not dharma. Put things into two blocks: dharma, not dharma. And he is going to recount about Puranas, Itihasas. We have only two Itihasas. One of them is Mahabharata and the other is Ramayana. He is going to talk about Ramayana. So he is going to talk about Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishads, all of those things with the king. Advisor, but not a minister. Okay, then who comes? I don't want you to use the name Bhima.
Valala.
Yeah, Valala comes. He comes, and he comes with some of the cooking equipment, kitchen equipment, and he has this thing, right? There is a garita name antaru. There is a not spatula. Ladle, yes, ladle. You must have seen a ladle with holes in it in your house. So that kind of a ladle, it is this big. The round thing is this big, and he holds it like this and comes. He holds it like gada, like a mace, and enters the court of Virat Raja. And from a distance he sees him, and he walks like this, like a macho man he walks. And then he says, he looks more like a wrestler than a cook. But I have to convince myself that he's a cook, because he is carrying that kind of equipment. Let us see what this guy says. And then he comes and he introduces himself. He says that I want to be a cook in your court. I have such amazing culinary skills, and I have cooked amazing food for Pandavas, and they used to love my cooking, the food that I used to make. Then he says, You are fit to be a Senadipati, not a cook. I somehow cannot bring myself to. Senadipati means army general. So he offers the role of an army general. Is this not something that Dharmaraja already thought about? He thought, right? He thought that these people, I want to do this kind of a role, but Virata Raja should also let me do it. And Virata Raja is that kind of a person who is willing to give opportunity to people. Bhimasena, then he says, you are someone who I can put my entire army in your hands and sleep peacefully. That's what he says. And then Bhimasena says, no, Maharaja, where is the role of Senadipati and where am I? I am a poor cook. Please let me cook. Please do not expect nothing more from me. I'm not that kind of a person who can lead an army. You're talking about things that I don't even understand what they are. He says that. And then he also says, for entertainment purposes, I used to fight with elephants. I used to fight with Malla Yodhas. Malla Yodha means wrestlers, all those things. I used to provide some kind of entertainment, and that is why I have got this kind of a body. Nothing more than that. Please don't expect anything more than that. I can do the same thing that I used to do for Pandavas. I can do. You remember? Did you guys see Bahubali movie?
Oh, yeah.
There in the first scene, this villain, he fights with a bull, right? So that kind of a thing, that is what Bhimasena is signing up for. He says that for the king's entertainment. Back in those days, there were no iPads, there was no media, there was no movies or anything, right? The only kind of entertainment is this kind of martial arts or arts like dance, singing and things like that. So he tells the king that, okay, I am going to provide that kind of entertainment to you, the kind of entertainment that I used to provide for Dharmaraja and Pandavas in their court. And then, okay, now Bhimasena has also got settled in the role of cook, head cook.